G'day cocktail lovers. I make a lot of cocktails for this channel, and believe it or not, I also drink cocktails when I'm not making videos. So I try a lot of cocktails. I often try to find new things. I'm always going back to old favorites as well, but with going to websites and reading books, I find new things, and usually about once or twice a year, I find one that goes to the top of my favorite list, at least for a while. And this is, I think, the first contender for this year. It's called l'anniversaire. Apologies for my appalling French pronunciation. Translates as the birthday. Created in 2015 by Pierre Charoux at the Century Club in London. And the structure of the drink is very interesting. It has elements of a Manhattan and elements of an old fashioned. And I love both. And when I saw the list, I thought, I reckon this is gonna work. But I was surprised at how well it worked. Oh, by the way, this is the second time me shooting this video. The first one, I hadn't tasted the cocktail previously. And then as I drank it after I'd finished the video, I thought, no, I need to amp this up. This is like my new favorite. So I'm reshooting the whole video and letting you know, I'm just, I'm building this up. So if you try it, I hope you like it, because I really think this is a top quality drink. I found this recipe on the Difford's Guide website, and this is the ingredients listed there. It says about 1 2/3 ounces or 50 mils of cognac, and then 1/3 ounce or 10 mils of Drambuie, about a bar spoon of a bitter Italian liqueur, Campari would be the most obvious one, 2/3 ounce of Antica Formula or a well-aged sweet vermouth, and then 1/3 ounce of a raisin sugar syrup. I'll be doing some substitutions. Instead of Antica Formula, I have this Australian aged vermouth. Instead of Drambuie, which is a whiskey liqueur, I'm going to use a bit of my homemade whiskey and rum liqueur that I created recently. Anyone who knows me knows I can't really stand Campari, not even a bar spoon, but I do have this local substitute from St. Felix. They call it a bitter citrus aperitivo. This has a nice level of bitterness for me. And final substitution, I don't have a raisin syrup, but I think my spiced brown sugar, apple and orange syrup will do just nicely as a substitute there. Now we're making the cocktail. In our mixing glass, we put 1 2/3 ounces of brandy. That equates to 50 mils. Then we're putting 1/3 ounce or around 10 mils of our whiskey liqueur. And then just a bar spoon, around 1/6 ounce, 5 mils of our bitter red liqueur. Then 2/3 ounce or around 20 mils of our aged vermouth. And the final touch is 1/3 ounce, about 10 mils of our brown sugar syrup. And there we have the birthday. Slightly disappointed I discovered this just a couple of days after my own birthday, so I couldn't have it on my birthday, but I'll keep a note of it for next year. Those elements go so well together. This is a drink where, although it's not overly sweet, the quality of the sugar syrup is going to make a difference. They originally called for a raisin syrup, which I don't have, but my brown sugar syrup has a lot of rich flavors, and it's balancing really well with these other components. I really recommend you try this. If you like your boozy sippers, this is a great one for any time, really. It'd be great with a meal. I'm going to finish this off now. I hope you're enjoying yourself wherever you are. Hope to see you again soon. Until then, I will say cheers.